I like the idea of reading. I even buy books. But these books are the most words. And it's every book. You just open it and you're like, what are you talking about? And they don't let up. Every page, just more words. How about you put some blank pages in there? Why don't you let me get my head above water for 2 seconds?
I'm dying. That, of course, was award-winning comedian Nate Bargatze, and despite his distaste for reading and all those words, he's actually written a book, and guess what? It's full of them, words. Yeah. It's called Big Dumb Eyes, Stories from a Simpler Mind. It does have some blank pages, though, and I appreciate that about you, Nate. When you got the chance, you shot your shot, and you put blank pages in this book that you're selling here.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, I told them when we were writing, I was like, we have to put blank pages in it, and they're, and most publishers, they disagree with that.
Yes.
But I stuck true. I go, nah, I've already.
Do you have any idea, like, what people might do with those blank pages?
Take your time, take a break.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to you get to just chill out for a second, couple pages, then get back in it.
A lot of us who love you didn't see this coming, that you'd be writing a book, that you'd embark on a literary career like this. Yeah. Do you see a book club in your future? I mean, how far is this going to go?
I don't know about a book club. The first and last book I've read is my book when I did the audio book. So I have not read one since then. I had someone ask me, they thought I was doing a kid's book.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I was like, I'm not. Then I was like, I think they'd think my book reads like a kid's book. So that's what what I figured.
Well, no, young adult at least.
Young adult, yeah.
I mean, it's enjoyable. So it's these wonderful stories, a lot from your childhood. It's an homage to your dad and his upbringing. It's beautiful. You've got some great stories. Okay, one thing I wanted to ask about is the story of the book about a key moment that happened between 7th and 8th grade.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just let you won the science fair in 7th grade.
I did. I won the science fair, 7th grade. I got so many awards in junior high.
Yeah. So what happened?
I fell down a cliff in between that summer, and I landed on my head, and there's a real big problem. I don't remember anything from the day, and then from there on is when all the trouble happened.
So you feel like if not for that fall, you could have been here talking about your Nobel Peace Prize.
I don't see how we wouldn't be.
Obviously.
It's like, obviously.
I know.
It would be. And I even went to Norway. I saw where they keep them.
Yeah.
I walked in and was like, I could have been in here. I told them. I let them know.
Were you like the road less traveled?
Yeah, I go. Luckily, I fell off this cliff, or I would be all up in here right now.
And bye-bye. You wouldn't be. Okay, another weird thing I learned about you is the way that you drive. You drive with both feet.
I do.
So why?
I know, I had a teacher, Miss Woods. She used to drive me home after school, and she drove with both feet. And I would see it, and I remember just thinking, even then, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You have 2 feet. Why would you not use both of them?
Well, okay.
And then so I've used both of them.
So I guess you don't drive a stick shift.
I do. I can drive a stick shift. So stick shift,
because there's 3 pedals.
Yeah, stick shift, I can do a stick shift. That I do not do with both feet.
Okay.
But an automatic car, I will brake with my left feet. My daughter gets very car sick, and I always thought it was the cars. And then when I never thought it was driving with 2 feet. Then I brought it up, and someone was like, pretty. They were like, oh, that's. People got nervous that they've been in the car with me driving both feet. And I was like, I bet that's why my daughter gets car sick.
Maybe that is.
It could be.
You mentioned your daughter, and I was interested. You recently did an interview, and you talked about, like, the material. I mean, first of all, as a comedian, is everything potential material and your eyes are just, like, peeled at all times?
Yeah. Just always aware, always knowing what's going on.
That's like, gets exhausting, doesn't it?
It's brutal. Yeah, it's not fun. But it doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
Can't turn it off, so you just kind of use it to your advantage and, use it like a superpower and just be aware of what's going on.
Could you believe that you are here? You're about to host the Emmys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's crazy.
You wrote a book.
Yeah. That's the biggest achievement, yeah.
But, I mean, you were a journeyman. Like, you've been at this for decades.
Yes.
How does it feel to be in this moment? This is a serious question.
Yeah. It feels amazing. I mean, it's, I knew it took a long time. I kind of just knew to stay in my lane, and there was times you'd feel pulled to go other directions, but I would always kind of stay in my lane. So it feels very rewarding to myself, even just to realize, just to get to this point and knowing that I did what I got here how I wanted to get here.
Yeah, you did it on your terms. Why then are you telling everyone you're not going to do stand-up anymore? Why do you have to break our hearts like that?
I know. It was crazy because y'all talked about it on the show
sure
when I
did.
wasn't on the show, and I thought that was crazy. Like, I've never seen myself talked about on a show outside of me.
Were we all
very
moaning
impressed.
and crying?
Yeah,
We can't be done.
Yeah.
So you can't be done.
I mean, I have this tour, one more tour. I love stand-up so much, but I do want to. We're shooting a movie right now, and I want to get in the movie world and make, stand-up. You try to make your whole family's able to come to that, and I want to do that with movies as well. So how much focus this takes with stand-up is I know how much it would take with movies, so it's. I mean, it just is a part that I think I'll have to switch and focus on.
Maybe we just pause for a moment.
Well, we can agree to pause for a moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll come here and do stand-up in the morning.
Oh, my God. Will you please?
Yeah,
I love
early
that.
in the morning.
Yeah, mornings. Are you a morning person?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
All right. Well, could have fooled me. You did great there.
Yeah, thank
you so much. Now you're a morning person.
I am a morning person now. I have to be.
And you're writing
For
books.
movies, you have,
You have to be. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, the book is called Big Dumb Eyes. It's fun, and it's out tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.